Good afternoon. I am here inspired by my brother and by Joel Osteen, Pastor Joel. And several things come to mind. First, in line with giving people their flowers while they're still above the ground, absolutely do that. If there's somebody in your life that you recognize, that you have an appreciation for, don't hold that to yourself. Let them know right away. Enjoy them while they're here and let them enjoy you for sharing what you've noticed about them, because sometimes people, they may not realize they could use a little validation, encouragement, recognition. Um, because speaking for myself, so much of my time is almost like on a treadmill. I do what I have to do, put out the next fire, attend to the next issue, and I don't really stop to think um, about what. Hold on a second. So it's good to hear from the people around you that they recognize and appreciate your actions. So that's one thing. Then something else, we we really are in a matrix. A lot of what's going on behind the scenes are things that have been told to us through movies, through cartoons, um, given to us as entertainment. So when we see it in real life, we don't really register it as reality. But yes, we are operating in a matrix. It may not look exactly like how they said it in the movie, uh-oh, but it is on different levels. And so um, just pay attention. We're starting to see uh, news stories about alien contact. We're seeing news stories about um, new discoveries. They're piecing together the historical puzzle on how things were actually done in Egypt, how things were actually done in Sumeria, how things were actually done in South America. Okay. Dr. Mumbi, she talked about how there's actually 31 continents, not just seven, and that we're starting to be able to see them because many of us are vibrating much higher than we have been in the past 20, 30, 40 years when we were fed and recycled in fear and anger. Okay, we're consciously lifting ourselves out of and away from fear and anger to experience more joy and peace and um, just higher, having higher vibrational conversations, having more high vibration experiences. And so we're able to see more things than we have been because we're moving away from interacting with the matrix. And this is something else. A lot of what's going on, we've been given a program to follow. Our parents have trained us in certain things. Being in school trains us in certain things. When we go to work or when we go to higher education, that trains us in certain things. But um, and let me use the example of technology. Okay, it's important to unplug. It's important to unplug regularly. There's a reason why people specify in real life versus virtually through apps, through, different forms of media. It's important to get out in nature, start seeing the things that were used to teach us. For example, through the Bible, through the Quran, we've been given examples of things that happen in nature that relate to our life and how we should interact with each other. You know, um, the animal kingdom, the insect kingdom, the plant kingdom, they function in a way that's conducive for, what do they call it? Basically, it's holistic. It's um, sustainable. Okay, they function in a way that sustains their environment, that sustains their ability to continue to function at a high level in the way that they were created to do so. A lot of what we've been given, a lot of what we do is contrary to how we've been taught, like eating 3 meals a day. We should actually be eating when we're actually hungry, and we should be getting more in tune with what our body is telling us that we need to eat. Sometimes we eat something and it doesn't agree with us. Sometimes we're going along in a day and we feel a craving for something. If we're feeling a craving for something, that means your body needs something that's in that particular type of food. And I'm not talking specifically about sugar, I'm not talking specifically about high salt content, um, not even high oil or high fat content. Um, Sometimes we need ice cream, process that lactose, um, and other things that are in the milk. And but we need to be getting more conscious about what our body is telling us that we need and feeding it what it wants. I'm taking more time to fast. I started intermittent fasting like a few years back, and I pick it up, I drop it. I pick it up, I drop it. My reason for doing so is particularly physically. I want to offset anything that starts from the cellular level um, that can be mitigated, xed out. Um, I know that I was told through research that with the intermittent fasting, um, it takes 12 hours to process the sugar that you have just sitting in your body. Then you start um, breaking down the fat molecules after the 12th hour, or around the 12th hour, you start breaking down the fat molecules. Um, and so after the 24th hour, it's actually intercellular cleaning that's going on. So I usually shoot to go over 24 hours, usually 30, 36. I've gotten up to 42. I really haven't been able to do more than that. But that's something to keep in mind. And also from my Pastor Joel inspiration to, it's circling back to um, enjoying the friends and the family that you have that you actually enjoy. I'm not telling you to hang out with the people that you can't stand, that rub you the wrong way, that treat you wrongly. Your chosen family, your family of choice, can include blood relatives as well as people who are not blood related to you. But if they encourage you to your highest good, if you can cheerlead them to their highest good, those are the people that you need to pay attention to and spend more time with and enhance your life with. Okay, we're communal, but we've kind of been encouraged away from communal appreciation. There's something to appreciate in communal living, and there's something to appreciate in being an individual. Okay, recognize and balance both. That's pretty much my lesson for this week. Such is my ministry. Thank you, Pastor Michael. I will talk to y'all later. Be well.